Okay, this shit is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, what? The fly? Oh my god, there's so many things in here. I've been waiting for this to come out. I don't know if I mentioned it in a video, I feel like I did, but I was trying to find a copy of the 2002 Ring on Blu-ray to buy, like in August or something, or July maybe, and like it just didn't exist and I wasn't sure why. And then I discovered that on the 14th of October this came out, and it's the limited edition like Blu-ray collector's version of the Ring 2002. I ordered it, came a couple of days later, and it arrived this morning with something else that's very cool. And it has all these extra little bits, this ephemera. I'm so jazzed. Like, oh my god. I just think it's very, very cool. Some postcards. Do I need this to be intact? The most iconic moment in cinematic history. Are these posters? Oh my god, the posters. The Ring poster from my bedroom. I'm just... Oh, I love it so much. I've been having kind of a weird month, and honestly this is just absolutely, like, I'm so excited. I'm so happy for these. Oh, this is sick. Like a movie poster. I definitely can't fit that on screen, but it's like you know, like a movie listing poster. It's so cool. And we have the steel book with the really cool see-through cover to go over it. And it says 7 days, and it's like a TV glitch effect. That's very cool. And then you have the discs. So good. Oh, I've never been so excited to receive a DVD in my life. Okay, let me put these bits to one side because I have one other DVD to show you. I'll put this all back away properly in a minute. So the Ring DVD I ordered only a couple of days ago, and it came this morning along with something else that I actually pre-ordered, I think as far back as August. I think I ordered it the same day that I ordered my dad's birthday present, and that would have been before the middle of August. So I've been waiting for this one for a couple of months, and again it's another, I think, limited edition, or at least newly released special edition of one of my favorite Halloween movies. This one, again, we haven't been able to find on Blu-ray until now, so this is very exciting. It's an Arrow release, and it's for Trick or Treat. I think this one is also supposed to have a couple of like posters and stuff in it, although it feels a lot thinner than the other one. I think I thought it was a special one. Oh, it is. Okay, there's stuff in here. Okay, I mean, as an ephemera girly, you know how it would be. I'm excited. So DVD, of course, or Blu-ray. A little postcard. Very cute. And then there's some stuff. Oh my god, stop it. I can just see the like the little previews of stuff as I try and like peel it up, and I just I'm excited. Like all this stuff can be photocopied to my Filofax. Not to be a really big nerd about it, but also I'm not embarrassed. So we have some screenshots from the movie. And if you haven't seen this one, it's honestly such a classic. It kind of plays on like the tropes and the rules of Halloween, the like traditional roles of certain like Halloween archetypes almost, and it's a really good time. It's like half serious and half very unserious, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's done in a way that is good. So it's a good time. This one, so good. Oh, and this one, the school bus. This is one of my favorite storylines in the show. Or in the film rather, not the show. I like that. You know how I feel about the old style kids in the spooky weird DIY-esque Halloween costumes, so I'm excited about that. I'll probably photocopy this in black and white. I just think it's gonna hit a lot harder. This one, and then this is just an ad, I think, for Arrow. Oh, is this like a, yeah, it's like a little book. Okay, cute. I mean, I like that. So then there's some like info about the cast and crew and stuff and the behind the scenes. And like some little essays, I guess. That's really cool. It's almost like a zine. Well, it is a zine. This is nice. This big spread. I'm so glad we finally own a good copy of this. At the moment we have one that's in like 360p. It's very fuzzy around the edges, which, you know, is kind of a vibe, but I'll be glad to have like a proper version. So good. I can't wait to read this. I'm gonna, when I go back downstairs in a bit to finish working, I'm gonna sit and read through these. And I think this last one must be a big poster, which again, the posters. Stop. Oh, so excited. There he is. That's my guy Sam. So I like this side a lot because it's darker, but then you do also have like the traditional poster movie side, which again, I can't really fit in the frame. You'll just have to trust me that it's cool, but that's also pretty sick, you know? I like that we have options. It's always good to have choices. Wow, super, super cool. It's been a good season so far for buying movies, to be honest. I picked up some other Blu-rays when I was out yesterday. I went to HMV and I was looking for some stuff to watch over Halloween. We are a horror movie family, so it's really hard to find stuff we haven't all seen too many times. We all latch on to weird films. So then sometimes someone will suggest something and then one of us will have watched it like 14 times this year already for no reason at all, and make it very hard to agree on what to watch. I did pick up Skinamarink though. I haven't seen that yet. I'm kind of nervous because I know it's about childhood trauma. And I've heard a lot about it and I'm a bit apprehensive, but I would really like to see it at some point, so I did pick that up. And I also picked up a box set of the Creepshow, how would you call it? The reboot of Creepshow. It's the one that was made for Shudder and I think it started in 2019. I picked up the full box set for that because it was on sale and I haven't seen it yet. I would kind of like to see it and I thought that would be fun to watch on an evening with my dad. So far so good movie-wise. I'm excited to amp things up as the week progresses. Here, sit. 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 Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. Today is October 31st, and if you're watching this on the 31st, then happy Halloween. If you're watching it afterwards, then happy day of the week. I'm not sure if everything's gonna go according to plan today. I'm feeling a little bit frazzled, but hopefully I'm gonna finish it on time and it's gonna upload properly. I have been having some trouble with uploads recently. For some reason, videos have been taking hours and hours to upload. Normally they take 20 minutes, so it's been a bit stressful. But hopefully everything's gonna pull together this evening. It is Halloween today, and I am feeling a little split, I suppose. I feel like the month got away from me very quickly. Obviously, as a spooky girl, I wait all year for this. And I kind of live spooky all year round anyway, but Halloween obviously is a big deal. The seasons align with my interests. And for one day of the year, I get to do a lot of spooky stuff with a lot of people, and you know, it's cool. It's exciting. I've done a lot the last few weeks and it's been really nice, but I have also been really struggling with my sleep stuff. And that has resulted in me feeling a little bit out of body throughout it all. It's not ideal, it's kind of sad, but hopefully this time next year I might be in a better place with it all. I don't know. But today is Halloween, and to take a few minutes to myself and sit down quietly, I kind of wanted to come and catch up with you guys. I wanted to show you how my Filofax is going, and maybe talk about some of the stuff I've been doing this month. I thought maybe that might be nice for all of us. So far this video I think is like just vibes. It has some footage from some of the spooky things I've been doing, some graveyard walks, a pumpkin patch or two, obviously unboxing some Blu-rays, and then a lot of leaves, I think a lot of crunchy leaves, and that's kind of it. This afternoon I think my brother and I are gonna try and make a spooky snack plate like we did last year, which should be fun. Hopefully I can film that. My brother and my dad are downstairs right now cooking sort of like a spooky lunch. We have some like spooky party food, little like cheese and tomato pizzas with like olives for eyes and stuff, that kind of thing. They're taking care of that while I'm up here talking to you. So hopefully that might be cute, but food is kind of gross. I don't tend to film it. And then we're gonna watch some films this afternoon, and then I think this evening we're hoping to go on our normal walk with Wednesday in her little Halloween costume. Normally try and film some of the local houses that are decorated if we can, and then we'll put our decorations up outside too. I never want to do it too early in case someone tries to steal them, or in case you have people knocking really early in the day for sweets, which wouldn't be the end of the world, but poor Wednesday really goes through it, so we try to wait till it's getting dark. So first things first, I did finish my Halloween zine. I finished this just on time, I think, beginning of the month, and then I spent a couple of weeks shipping them out, organizing things up. It's available digitally if you're an international viewer, and it's available physically if you're in the UK. At the moment it's sold out, but I do have more ready to restock. I just wanted to take a couple of days break from shipping over Halloween, but there is some more, so I will list them afterwards. I think it turned out really cute. It's a Filofax zine, so there's a printable copy that you can put in a Filofax, or I got it printed as an A5 zine otherwise. I won't go through the whole thing, but I did manage to sneak bogs in there. Some history of Halloween, some things to do, some recipes, some food stuff, and I'm pretty pleased with it. There's some film and TV recommendations in there also. Happy with that. It is cute. It was a lot of work, and I've been struggling kind of with my thinking recently, my cognitive abilities, I suppose, but it turned out, so that's fine. In my Filofax, things are good. This is a book cover I got off Etsy. I'll put the link in the description if I remember. If I forget, please remind me. It's a busy day. This is a book cover I got on Etsy. It's kind of padded. It's nice. It's for a large novel, like a hardback book, but it fits my A5 Filofax or my A5 ring binder, which is fantastic. I actually have another one coming in the post because he added another pattern that's like a more gothic skull one for everyday use. This one feels more seasonal, and then there's like a more gothy one for my general. It'll be nice. I was thinking maybe I'll try and get a Christmas one too, potentially, or like a wintry themed one, so that I can kind of rotate them seasonally as I go. I think that might be nice and help alleviate some of the FOMO from not changing covers so often. But in here at the moment, I have a cinema ticket from last night. Last night I met up with some friends and we saw the Blair Witch Project at the Prince Charles Cinema. Only a few years ago I was spending most of my Halloweens alone, and I feel very grateful to now have so many lovely people to spend the time with. I feel very spread thin, but in a good way, I guess. It's really such a joy to have so many people that would love to spend the season with me. It's a little bit emotional, I guess. It's really nice. So that was really fun, really good. A couple of people in our group hadn't seen it before. It was their first time watching it, so that's cool. I watched this as a kid, scared the life out of me as a child. It's a good time now. And it's not a super long watch, so if you need something relatively short but spooky, it's a great choice. And the Prince Charles Cinema is my old local. It's the one that I spent my whole life really going to in London, and it was really nice to be back there at my favourite time of year. So that was very cool too. This one is some Halloween bits that Bronte gave me, but we don't need to look at those right now. In my Filofax, things are going really well. I'm not sure when my last update was, but I'm now 2 months into this folder, and it's mostly full. I'm at the point where I'm thinking a lot about whether or not I want to archive this intact and start a new craft binder, and then every 2 or 3 months I can just start fresh in a new binder and then have them archived as they were when I made them. It's kind of a cool idea, kind of a nice thought. In the back I have a lot of paper bits tucked in. I've got the last posting dates for Christmas in the UK. I've got that map from when I went to Castle Howard, and I have a little card from a restaurant on my dad and I ate brunch. So there's some bits in there. A cinema ticket for Beetlejuice also. So we'll have a quick flip through. It's not quite seasonal, but it also kind of is because it's always spooky because it's mine. So I think it's okay, and I think it's been long enough that you might not mind seeing it. Try and make sure that this is as much in frame as possible. At the front, of course, we have Reagan from The Exorcist. I have some stickers. I have my September calendar, my weekly pages. I think you've seen most of this. This was when I was doing research for my Halloween zine. Starting to pull some of the pages together. This one is a post-it page, like a memo note from Mill and Mouse on Etsy. Really beautiful paper, really beautiful stationery, and all of it's recyclable, and it's a shop I really recommend. I have a lot of these. I bought these a couple of years ago, and every year I get to pick them back up again for Halloween, and I love them. I just think it's delightful. Here I have some pages for my zine way back when. I think most of this you've seen, so I might skim through September and then slow down for October. A lot of autumn leaves creeping into my photos. A lot of bits stuck in over the top. Tarot cards. train ticket, a cinema ticket, and then we've got a lot of Bog stuff, which again, I think you have seen. Definitely remember showing you these from the mini golf course. And then Castle Howard, of course. This one came with an Etsy order. It's just their like review page, or their, you know, it came on this backing, so I kept it and put it in there. The nice thing, of course, about a Filofax or a ring binder is that you can punch anything and put it in there. And this one is a holographic pumpkin sticker from Cat's shop. I'll link that in the description. I think most of you are familiar with Cat at this point. This is the beginning of October, so here is my monthly overview, and I have one of my little drawings of a ghost lamp here. This layout is working really well so far, and I'm enjoying it. Here is a ghost mummy sort of cake pop, super cute. I have a sticker. This was on something that Kat sent me, and also I think these stamps were the same thing, so that's pretty nice. Big up Kat for this page. And then here, this is also Kat's. This was when the Sims 4 Life and Death pack was announced and the trailer came out. I'm so excited to play that tomorrow. I think my brother's leaving tomorrow and my dad is also out tomorrow, so I will be home alone. I will be cozied up and I will be playing the Life and Death pack if it's not too buggy. I'm so excited. There's a bog in game now. Like, I'm not gonna go off on a tangent about the Sims 4 and bogs, but just know that there is now a canon bog in the game. Big deal for me and my Vampire Legacy gameplay. And these are the stickers I made for the Halloween zine this year. A lot of the elements are pulled from the zine. It's kind of like an autumnal, I don't know, zine themed page. Just made the one page because I have been restocking the stickers from last year as well. So we got a little TV, some bats, conkers, the ghost lamp again, my favorite guy this year. And I revisited the cupcake that I drew for the Somber Spirits project a few years ago as well. Interestingly, I was showing this to my brother in Bath a couple of weeks ago and I realized that the page I put in my Filofax has no cut lines. And then I had packed all of the zines up with the stickers into the glassine envelopes, and I had to go through them all with a torch to check they had cut lines. I don't know what happened there, but this one just doesn't have any cut lines. So I think I pulled out 2 or 3 that had no cut lines, but I think all the others should be fine. But in case you're watching and you somehow did get a sheet with no cut lines, please email me and I'll send you a replacement. No questions asked. I don't know what happened there. But that was a stressful few moments when I realized. But otherwise I think they came out really nice. I'm really happy with the colors and the texture, so that's cool. Halloween dinner page I made for the zine, and I think this came with the order for my book cover, so I've got that popped on the top there. Here I went to a pumpkin patch with my brother and his partner. It's the same pumpkin patch we went to last year. I'll put some of the footage on screen. It was really cute, but we didn't enjoy it as much as we did last year, which is kind of a bummer. It was just a lot louder, a lot busier, which, you know, is nice for the pumpkin patch. I can't fault them if they're doing well, but it meant it wasn't as cozy of a vibe, and we definitely did not spend as long this year, like sort of like basking in the atmosphere as we did last year. It was just kind of overstimulating, if I'm being honest. But they still had the pumpkin tunnel, which was really cute, and they had the light show still. We didn't film it this year because there was too many people, too many kids. It was still a nice time, but it wasn't as cozy as last year. So didn't include that by itself, but I will put it for you now. And then this one is from the graveyard we went to. I had definitely included that because it was the nicest graveyard. They had a lot of really cool old graves. At the moment, I've made a habit of screenshotting my commonplace Pinterest board, and my Pinterest is all private. It's just a quiet space for me to hang out. So there's nothing for you guys to see, so I won't link it, but I do often screenshot my commonplace board. It's the stuff I'm kind of looking into at the time, the stuff that's been catching my attention, and it's nice to sort of screenshot that every couple of weeks, or every week if I'm struggling to find words when I start the week. It's nice to just post it there and see what I've been looking at. And then I've got a Halloween nail set down here. This one is a Mary Oliver poem about a swamp that someone sent me by email. Hopefully they're watching, and thank you again if you are, but someone sent me a photograph of their book, all like highlighted and underlined, because they read this poem and thought of me, which I don't even have words for. That's such a nice feeling. That's amazing. And it's really fantastic. It has a lot of lovely mossy green swampy imagery, and it's kind of about struggling and being stuck like in the bog or in the swamp, and then sort of choosing to overcome it and looking at it in a different way. So that's really nice. I like that a lot. I included it in my commonplace book. Really fantastic. Here, I think I watched Lake Mungo for the first time, which was really cool. For some reason, I hadn't seen that before, but I really enjoyed it. If you are unfamiliar with it, definitely check it out. I won't spend time describing it now because I don't think I could do it justice, but read the Wikipedia page, not the plot. Just check out the synopsis and then give it a watch. It's worth it. It's so, so good. Here is when I finished the zine, and I was very relieved. 10th of October, very relieved to get that done. This one is a little note from Bronte. She sent it to me with some bits that she sent me in the post. The print work receipt for the stickers that I photocopied. And then here is the pumpkin patch properly. So I did get some nice photos. It was worth going, especially to start the month and to celebrate the finishing of the zine. But it was overstimulating. And then the graveyard, of course. Here I kind of experimented with having a couple of smaller photos like I normally would. And then I wanted to try more of like a photo album layout. So I put 4 big photos per page with a little bit of text at the bottom. And you get this kind of nice effect where it's more like a photo album, which is really nice. I'm still really enjoying all the extra space of A5. It's honestly such a relief to have more room to be creative and to organize things the way that I want. It's been working really well. I think I'll reflect on that more in the next Filofax info dump video, because that's not meant to be the whole point of this, but it's been nice to work things out, and to have the space to be able to work things out. So I've been enjoying that a lot. And as someone who I think navigates a lot of my memory by photographs and by having those visual references, the option to lay things out in a bigger way as a photo album to sort of double up the usage is really nice. So I did enjoy that. And then here we have another week. The zines arrived this time, so there's some of that going on in there. I was comparing some A5 ring binder covers because I'm still undecided about whether or not I want something more permanent feeling or if I just want to use the craft binders as I mentioned. Not sure. Let me know what you think. In some ways, I do wonder if I might be able to avoid some of the Hobonichi FOMO or the cousin FOMO by having a big binder with like all my pages. And then perhaps it could get fluffy in the same way that a cousin kind of does, or at least in a similar way. But I'm very undecided, so I'm not sure. Sumatriptan is a migraine painkiller. I get them prescribed. It was a migraine week, so that's in there too. This side, this was the second pumpkin patch I went to with some friends. I did include the footage of that because it was really cool and spooky. Not as much footage as I might have liked because it was very atmospheric, but it was also absolutely heaving. This was the 20th of October, a Sunday, and it was so busy with like children and parents. When I film when I'm out and about, I generally don't want to catch a lot of strangers in my footage. They're not consenting to be in it, and I just try to avoid that. A busy pumpkin patch on a Sunday in half term, not ideal, but I got the best I could, so hopefully you enjoyed it. It was nice to collect the photos here too and break that down a bit more. That weekend, I also, on the Saturday, I saw Salem's Lot with Luke and Karis. That was really cool. It wasn't the best adaptation for the book, but I am unfortunately a sucker for modern day Stephen King adaptations. I really like the vibe of Autumnal Maine. I really like that it's always like the most scraggly, ruly kids against unbeatable forces and all this kind of thing. I just think the vibe of them is cozy and kind of comforting, so I did enjoy it. But if you've read the book, you might not think it's the best. But if you watch it alone, it's alright. It's fun. This is still from the pumpkin patch, and then I think we're on last week now, so I got a new nail set. I was shipping all the zines, and then I was doing, that's my commonplace screenshot again, I was reading about pylons and about how they can melt under ice. Got kind of preoccupied with that for an evening. I just think the pictures are really cool, and obviously you know how I feel about pylons. So, and then the last couple of pages that I have to show you, because I am behind on printing, I've been busy, it's just some notes from an article I liked, and then I have these spooky photos because I was feeling a bit overwhelmed and not very spooky. I've been doing a lot of cool seasonal stuff, but for some reason I just feel a bit like, I don't know, a bit out of it, so I wanted to try and concentrate that feeling again. And I have some of my favorite spooky kid photos. I was trying to find the sources for some of them. A lot of them are unsourced and they're old, but I did find a couple. So I collected some of those up. And then we just have the start of this week. And today is Thursday, so I do need to catch up on this. And in the back, obviously just my stickers like normal. So that's everything going on in my Filofax. I hope it was nice for you guys to see it. It's been a good month for collecting ephemera and lovely experiences. And then next month I start my sleep clinic stuff properly. So hopefully that will make an improvement to how I feel next year and the rest of this year potentially if I'm lucky. But for now, I am just very grateful that I have the people that I do in my life, that you guys are interested in what I do, and that it is Halloween. I think that's everything I have to mention today. One last thing I'll show you is that I did manage to hatch Mamagon on my Tamagotchi uni. Sometimes you guys ask me if I still play the uni, and I do. Not always super regularly. Sometimes if I'm getting a bit overwhelmed, when it runs out of battery, I'll let it die for a couple of weeks. But I do have Mamagon. Managed to hatch him just in time for Halloween. And he's doing not great right now. I'll feed him his monster sandwich. But otherwise, things are good. I hope you guys have a lovely Halloween, and I will see you in November.